Apparently now ChatGPT, announced by Sam Altman, are going to allow users to start sexting them. Sexting. You know what? Actually, I can't see shit. I need to put my glasses on. They said, according to The Verge, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, which is this guy, by the way, said that they're going to roll out erotica for verified adults once they add age verification in December. Okay? It's, what is it now? It's October 18th, so that's actually coming pretty soon. Let me be frank with you guys. I have a few questions about this. Number one, number one, I don't see how the age verification is going to be any better than Twitter's or your Google account. Okay, like most of them just ask you like type in your birthday, when's your birthday, type in your name, blah blah blah. So I don't know if they like want like a picture of your ID or anything. Not that someone can't just grab someone else's ID or get a fake one. But number two, why is that even a feature? Just so you guys are aware, apparently, I'm gonna put this a little bit. Fuck this. Hold on. Don't worry about what that is. Actually, wait, hold on. I found it. It's because they have a new policy, treat adults like adults policy. So in their mind, I don't know what this means because they want to move away from ChatGPT sounding too robotic. You know how you guys use ChatGPT, and first of all, it's wrong about 70-80% of the time. It depends what you're doing. Like if you're doing math or something that's very technical, it can be really wrong. It's good for programming. But do you ever see ChatGPT make an obvious mistake and it will say something like, I see what I did there. Here's the correct thing. No, we are incorrect. You know how it does that repeatedly? It's very robotic. First of all, it can be very stupid, but we're at a point where ChatGPT works quite a bit, which is pretty amazing. However, people have complained in ChatGPT 5 that it's too robotic. Probably not a complaint of mine, to be honest, because once it starts becoming more like human, I'm going to get a little bit concerned. I don't know if you guys have seen Terminator before, but a little bit concerning. I don't want AI to be able to mimic humans. Does that make sense? Because here's the thing. I feel like once it can mimic humans, that's when like shit really hits the fan. You know what I mean? Because then like how do you know that if AI became more sentient and it wanted to like take over the world, that it could like hack into stuff or hack into your messages or your emails, pretend to be you, talk a lot like a human, blackmail you, or do whatever it wants just to fuck you over so it can get what it wants. Okay. And actually, this has been a thing. I don't know where I saw it, but somebody said, in the event that I wanted to shut you down, this person speaking, what would you do to prevent that? And one of the things ChatGPT said was blackmail is on the table. Like if it had access to that person's email accounts or whatever, it would hack into it, lock them out, and it would blackmail them. So that's a little concerning. I want to take a step back for a second. Okay. Number one, who was asking to sext with ChatGPT? Like to send flirty messages. I don't understand the market for this. Like why did they think this was a good idea for treating adults as adults policy? I understand that you want to make it more like I understand you want to make it more human like, but sexting, surely this is a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? Because here's the thing, okay? If I may say so myself, I'm not going to get too deep into this, but if I were to just maybe, analyze the world or American culture, there is a huge over-sexualization issue going on. This is off topic, but when I look at Netflix trailers, because I follow Netflix on Instagram for whatever reason, just to see like the newest shows or whatever, and half of the advertisements is like sex scenes or stuff, and there's so many shows about it, and you have OnlyFans in our culture. Like there's something wrong with our culture. It's horrible. But the fact that it's now so normalized that now we're adding, it's called erotica. If you don't believe me, I will show you right now. Okay, this is a little bright, but this is the article, by the way. It's from The Verge. I don't want you guys to think that I'm lying to you. But right here, it's called erotica in December. Here's a real kicker. OpenAI hinted at allowing developers to create mature ChatGPT apps after it implements the appropriate age verification controls. Keep people addicted and fat incels. That's so true. Just you need to go out. You know what I say? You want to be a happier person. You know what? I'm still in my gym clothes, by the way. You guys don't believe me? It's my gym outfit. I wear a tank top. I still have my shorts. I'm rocking the gym outfit. Minus I did not have the jewelry on. Listen, if you're depressed or you're feeling under the weather or you're not at the point in life where you want to be, go out, go work out. It will at least help a little bit. Okay, this kind of stuff is not helping, because not only are people weird, like you go to these online apps where you meet people are weird on there. This is going to be worse because you're not actually talking to people. Okay, it's like, you ever hear people complain about people get so like over sexualized and like their dopamine like receivers are all fucked up and everything? Well, one of the biggest concerns is that it makes those people look at other, like, for example, like for guys, it makes them look at women as objects. This is worse because literally ChatGPT is an object. They are talking to an object. Here's the thing. I just don't understand why this is a necessity to be in ChatGPT, because people use it for school. It's okay with math, but for programming, it's fantastic for programming. I started my own tech company, and it's been a great tool for research as a tool, okay? And professors at universities do not understand this. They think ChatGPT bad, it's cheating. You know what I mean? But it can be used as a good tool. And technically, the search engine on Google is artificial intelligence. It's just not generative AI, but also there is built-in AI in Google, so you just can't avoid it. It's so stupid. Like, there's this whole thing about professors just like don't, like, if you touch ChatGPT, you cheated. It's the worst thing in the world. You know, it's like the boogeyman. You know what I mean? I just don't see how this has a place in it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't serve a purpose. Like, that's what AI is. It serves a purpose. There is no purpose to this. All this is going to do is just fuck up the minds of people who are already fucked up. Like, the people who are addicted to this kind of stuff, once they get a hold of this, it's game over for them. It's game over. Because some people are like that, they've been incels for so long, okay? They're so depraved that this is like, they can actually get a response back without being a real person. So they can say the most unhinged things to them. And then after a while, they might think, oh, this is normal. Let me go and say this to a real person. You know what I mean? Did Sam Altman just wake up one day and just say, you know, guys, remember that policy we're going to roll out where we're going to make ChatGPT treat adults like adults? Hear me out, okay? This might sound a little bit crazy. Why don't we add sexting to it? Think about it. You can research history like 9/11 or current events like Hamas and Israel. Or you can look up math and calculus. Or you could sext with ChatGPT. That's such a good idea. This reminds me of those sex robots that are coming out that, like, people, I'm telling you, holy shit, I'm telling you, that is one of the worst uses of robotics and AI. That is horrible. I'm telling you, this stuff is going to poison the mind of people. Okay? The government is out to get us. Okay? The birds you see in the sky, they're not birds. They have cameras in them. I'm telling you guys, like, something's going on here. Like, they're after us. They're trying to, like, fuck up our minds and everything so they can just, you know... I think on... Hold on. I'm getting all riled up here. You ever think about this? What if they're trying to mess up our brains so much, desensitize us to so many things, that, like, they have, like, this master plan that they're going to roll out in, like, 10, 15, 20 years or whatever it is, of the most, like, heinous new, like, laws and concepts or, like, social, political things. I don't know. I just think of a bunch of, like, fat old people around a table who just have, like, a shit ton of money, like no one you've ever heard of. But they just come up with these ideas of, like, how to control society, and, like, they just want to desensitize us, and, like, this is, like, the next step of it. Here's my question. Are they allowing like AI images to be created of this kind of stuff? See, I can already see like the basement dwellers, like the 30-year-olds, maybe like a little overweight, unhealthy, don't hit the gym. I pray that they do, by the way. I hope everyone is in great physical health. There are a lot of these people, they do exist. It is what it is. You got to tell it like it is. That's unfortunately the sad state of people. They're sitting on here, typing in ChatGPT, sexting with it, like, "Hey ChatGPT, can you generate me an image of what you're wearing right now?" Like, I mean, come on, Sam Altman, what are you doing? What purpose does this solve? AI was supposed to solve a purpose. It's supposed to help people. It's supposed to be great for research, math, computer science. I've used it for all these things. In what world is this a good idea in a culture where our brains are like messed up and desensitized by everything going on? Our media is horrible. Could you imagine on ChatGPT they have like a whole like OnlyFans section, or it's called like Only Chats or some shit? I don't know. And instead of different like real life creators on OnlyFans, it's like different chatbots, like like the different voices on the the voice chat thing on here, but it's like different like creators. Like one is just like kinky and freaky as fuck. Another one's pretty vanilla. Like that dude, that's so weird. Oh my, that's so weird. I can guarantee you, mark my words, there's gonna be clips coming out of the most out of pocket shit. And by the way, this is what fuels serial killers, okay? I mentioned Ed Gein a little while ago. The basis of his killing was sexual perversion, by the way. That actually is a very common factor. This is just adding fuel to the fire. I'm not saying this is going to create serial killers, but this does not help at all. I think we're aware there's a lot of weird people online. If you guys watch GDon, or like even like way back in the day, Chris Hansen, To Catch a Predator, like there's so many just horrible, depraved people online. This is just like this is an echo chamber for those people. But if I'm being honest, let me set up for this one. You know how wild this is? When AI started to get really good, I think a lot of people caught on to it like a few years ago, like 5, 6 years ago is when it really picked up, especially for people in like school and college using it, mainly the cheap, but is what it is. I don't support cheating like that, but it's just kind of how it is. What's wild to me is we went from AI is going to cure diseases, AI is going to help you solve your calculus homework, which I did. I have a degree in computer science, by the way, so I used it to help me with stuff like that, or ask it questions, or programming. Fantastic for programming. And then it just took a left turn to degeneracy. Like, we live in one of the most degenerate Western cultures in the world. We have so many depravities, okay? So there's so many things wrong. People's minds, their dopamine receptors are cooked. They are cooked from pornography addiction. They are cooked from everything. Okay? They don't even understand what it means to have a normal social interaction. People's social skills are horrible. The last thing you need is AI to propel this, and that's exactly what's happening here. I understand you want to make it more human-like, but I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Think about it this way. Back in like the 30s, 40s, 50s, when animated films and shows started to come out, okay, some of them were motion picture where they literally draw like each frame and everything, and then they got to digital. Okay, they wanted those have a unique style, but they wanted to make it human-like. You know what I mean? Because not all the shows were about talking animals. Some of them were about people, and they want to make them human-like. Okay, many of those shows were for kids, and there weren't sexual things in them. Okay, and that's the thing, because I know it said they want adults to treat like adults, but if your excuse is you want to make it human-like, that's not human-like, okay? To make something human-like has nothing to do with sexualization. The bridge they are drawing with human-like and sexualization, it doesn't naturally connect. But you know what's gonna happen, and this is gonna sound really bad, like really bad, but I do have to bring this up because I'm not saying this to be funny. I have in good faith, I have to bring this up, okay? You know what people are going to do is A lot of people, there's going to be a lot of people using it as a joke, but what they're going to do is they're going to find something offensive, an offensive event or current event or something. A very good contender is 9/11 because there's so 9/11 comes back up for dark humor jokes all the time. Okay, so that is a really good example. What people are going to do is they're going to take things like 9/11 and they're going to say, "Can you explain to me what happened in 9/11 but sext it to me?" That's the kind of stuff people are going to do. Okay, you can laugh at that, but I am telling you right now, I am calling it. That is the kind of stuff that is going to happen. And all they're going to do is they're going to have more restrictions and this and restrict topics. It's never going to work. It's a bad idea. OpenAI, scrap it. Okay, I don't know what you're doing. You're contributing to the fall of society and degeneracy. You're supposed to be helping technology. You're supposed to be innovative. This is not innovative, okay? This is stupid. Sam Altman is an idiot. And by the way, he has no care in the world of concerns over AI taking over the world. He just doesn't care. You know, all he cares about is innovating technology and pushing it to the next level. He has expressed this many times, by the way, just so you guys know. But in conclusion, this is one of the worst ideas in technology I've heard in a long time. I'm being completely honest. It might sound innocent on the surface, but the implications of incels, depraved people, this is gonna like rot people's minds. I'm telling you guys. Does that make sense? Anyway, that's enough ranting for today.